Welcome back to the channel, coin lover and treasure hunters. If you've ever emptied your pocket change and wondered if one of those humble Lincoln pennies could be worth a small fortune, you're not alone. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of American coin collecting to reveal the top 5 most valuable and rare Lincoln 1-cent pennies that could turn your spare change into serious cash. Make sure you watch all the way to number 1 because the value of that coin might just blow your mind. Let's begin our countdown. Today we are exploring the remarkable story of a small copper coin that has stunned collectors and set auction floors buzzing, the 1968 Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, one of these seemingly ordinary coins recently sold for an incredible $2.86. That's right, just 1 cent, minted in Denver in 1968, is now worth nearly $100,000. But let's begin by stepping back in time to understand the roots of this coin. The Lincoln Center began in 1909, honoring the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It marked the first time a real person appeared on a regular U.S. coin designed by Victor David Briner. The original Lincoln cent featured wheat ears on the reverse side and Lincoln's profile on the front or obverse. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial design crafted by Frank Gasparo. This design stayed in circulation until 2008, when it was replaced with a new image in 2009. Now the 1968 Lincoln cent comes from the Denver Mint, which struck over a billion pennies that year. With such a high mintage number, it may seem impossible for this coin to be considered rare or valuable. After all, it was produced in massive quantities, used in everyday transactions, and largely forgotten in jars, drawers, and couch cushions across America. But as with many things in numismatics, the true value of a coin lies in the details: its condition, its strike, and sometimes its flaws. So what makes the 1968 penny so special? In most cases, circulated 1968 pennies are only worth their face value, or perhaps a few cents if in better shape. But a few examples, rare outliers, were struck with such exceptional quality, or have such unique characteristics, that collectors are willing to pay a premium. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 1968 Lincoln cent includes coins with a doubled die obverse. This rare error causes the letters and numbers on the front of the coin to appear doubled, creating a striking and very noticeable visual effect. Though rare, this error is a goldmine for collectors. But the coin that fetched nearly $100,000 was not just any double die, it was also graded at an incredibly high mint state by a 3:03 professional grading service. Grading plays a major role in a coin's value. The Sheldon coin grading scale ranges from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect coin. Most coins in circulation are heavily worn and would be graded between 10 and 40, but if a coin is uncirculated and shows nowhere under magnification, it might receive a grade of 65 or higher, and that's when values can skyrocket. This particular 1968 Lincoln penny was graded mint state 67 red by a major third-party grading company. The red designation refers to the original red luster that copper coins have when freshly minted. Over time, exposure to air causes copper coins to turn brown or develop spots, so finding a bright red 1968 penny in pristine condition is incredibly rare. Add to that a double die obverse, and you have the perfect storm for a 5-figure auction result. In fact, collectors are willing to pay enormous amounts of money for Lincolns that have both rarity and appeal, and the $99,286 sale proves just how much demand there is for high-grade rare error coins from this series. Even without an error, a 1968 penny in MS67 red can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars simply because of its condition, and the challenge of finding one so well preserved. Now, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1968 penny? Start by checking for a clear D mint mark beneath the date on the obverse, then look closely at the lettering in Liberty and In God We Trust. If you notice any doubling of the letters or the date, you might have a double die obverse. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to be sure. Next, examine the coin's surface. If it looks red and glossy with no signs of wear or scratches, it might qualify as mint state. If you think your coin fits this description, it's worth sending to professional grading company for evaluation, and even if your coin doesn't have an error or a high grade, don't throw it away. Pennies from the 60s are made of 95% copper, and their melt value can exceed face value when copper prices are high. Plus, Lincoln cents are favored among collectors, and even common dates can be worth more as part of a full SCT.O. The next time you're digging through your change or organizing your coin collection, take a closer look at any 1968 pennies. That ordinary looking coin could be hiding a small fortune. Who knew that a simple cent could be worth nearly $100,000? To recap, the 1968 Lincoln penny is not just another copper coin, it's a reminder that history, design, and condition can combine to create something truly valuable. While billion were made, only a handful survive in top condition with rare errors, and when one of those makes it to the auction block, the results can be astonishing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a discovery. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. Who knows, you might be holding the next six-figure cent. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and keep the history alive, one coin at a time. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, the 1982 Dink 1 cent penny. At first glance, it looks like just another common penny you'd find in your pocket change, but as you'll soon discover, one rare version of this coin has fetched an astonishing $12,863. Yes, you heard that right, over $100,000 for a single penny. Stay with me because you'll want to know exactly what makes this coin so special, how to identify it, and why it's causing such a stir in the world of coin collecting. Let's begin with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny has been in continuous production since 1909, originally designed by Victor David Bringer to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features Lincoln's profile, while the reverse originally showed two wheat ears. In 1959, this design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. The Lincoln Memorial reverse remained until 2008, when the design changed again, but our story takes place in 1982, a year of major transition for the penny. Due in 1982, the United States Mint made a significant change in the composition of the 1 cent coin. Up until that point, Lincoln pennies were made primarily of 95% copper, but rising copper prices made these coins more expensive to produce than their face value. To solve this problem, the U.S. Mint began transitioning to a copper-plated zinc planchet that year. That means instead of a solid copper coin, the new pennies were composed of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating, making them much cheaper to produce. But here's where it gets interesting. During this transitional year, the U.S. Mint ended up producing 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny. Some were made of copper, some of zinc, some had large dates, others had small dates, and to add to the complexity, these varieties were minted at different locations, Philadelphia and Denver. That brings us to the key play in today's story, the 1982 Dinkin cent with a small date struck on a copper planet. Now pay attention because this is crucial. The Denver Mint, identified by the mint mark just below the date, was only supposed to strike the new zinc pennies with both large and small date varieties, but in a remarkable twist, at least one 1982 penny has been discovered that features a small date and is made of copper, not zinc. This wasn't supposed to happen, and that's what makes it a numismatic treasure. So why is this such a big deal? The presence of a copper small date penny from the Denver Mint means that a planchet mix-up occurred during production. Likely by mistake, it's a minting error of such rarity that only a single confirmed specimen has been found to date. That coin was sent in for grading and authentication, and the experts confirmed it was a genuine 1982 small date copper penny. It created a frenzy in the numismatic world when it went up for sale. Collectors and investors lined up, knowing hundreds of thousands of dollars auction it for maximum value. Big auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers specialize in rare coins. They'll connect you with serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. Timing is everything. The market fluctuates. The last record-breaking sale happened because of high demand. Keeping an eye on auction trends can mean the difference between selling for $5,000 or $1,500. $0. Now here's the real kicker. These rare coins don't stay hidden forever. More people are hunting them down, And as more are found, the value could drop. If you own a rare 1978 penny, now is the time to act, so check your collection, search your old piggy bank, and if you find something unusual, do not ignore it, because that little copper coin could be your golden ticket to a life-changing payday. Did this video help you? Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny, and if you want to learn about more hidden treasures in your pocket change, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your fortune could be just one coin away. Imagine finding a single penny worth over $632,000. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you that right now in your pocket, in your jar of loose change, you might be holding a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a rare treasure that could make you a millionaire, and yet most people have thrown it away without a second thought. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Stick with me until the end and I'll reveal exactly how to identify this rare penny, what makes it so valuable, and how you can sell it for top dollar. But hurry, because time is running out now. Before we dive into the exact details, let me ask you something. Have you ever casually tossed a penny aside thinking it's worthless? If so, you're not alone. Most people don't realize that some pennies are worth far more than their face value, and the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of them. Here's where things get really exciting. In 1981, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from copper to zinc pennies. During this chaotic shift, a rare batch of 1981 pennies was struck with a mint mark, the result an ultra-rare coin worth a small fortune today. No, let's be real, if you just ran to your coin jar to check, I don't blame you, but hold on, because finding one is only part of the story. So what makes this penny so special? There are three key factors that turn an ordinary 1981 Lincoln cent into a 6F figure jackpot: rarity, condition, and demand. First, rarity. Only a handful of these no-mint mark pennies have ever surfaced. Experts believe most were unknowingly spent decades ago. This makes them one of the hardest coins to find today. Second, condition matters. A worn-out penny won't fetch top dollar, but one in mint state condition, that's where the big money is. In fact, the record-breaking $632,000 sale, that penny was graded MS67 by PCGS, a near flawless condition. And the third factor, demand. Right now collectors are scrambling to find one, but here's the kicker: prices are going up. What's worth $632,000 today could be worth even more tomorrow. That means if you find one, you need to act fast. All right, now that we know the stakes, here's what you need to do right now. Grab your pennies and check for these three things. 1. No mint mark under the date 1981. Visual cue: zoom in on the area where a mint mark would be. 2. A bright, clean surface with minimal scratches. 3. A weight of 3.11 g real copper instead of 2.5 g zinc, and no licking. Your penny won't tell you if it's copper. Please don't do that. Get a scale instead. If your penny matches all three criteria, congratulations, you could be sitting on a life-changing payday. Your next step: get it graded by PCGS or NGC, two of the most trusted coin certification companies, then listed at a major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. But remember, the clock is ticking. Collectors are hunting for these coins right now, and as more are discovered, prices may drop. This is your chance to turn pocket change into serious wealth. Now imagine this one simple penny paying off your mortgage, funding your dream vacation, or even securing your retirement. Sounds like a dream? Well, for some lucky people it's a reality. So tell me, have you checked your pennies yet? If not, what are you waiting for? Go look, because that tiny copper coin could be your ticket to financial freedom. And if you want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in plain sight, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You never know which coin in your pocket could make you a millionaire. See you in the next one. What if I told you that the small, ordinary penny sitting in your coin jar could be worth nearly $500,000? You heard that right, a simple 1989 Lincoln